Does anybody know what summer means at the Wildcat Sanctuary? I'll give everybody a minute or so to take a guess. What does summer mean at the Wildcat Sanctuary? See some equipment here. What could possibly be happening on the grounds of the Wildcat Sanctuary when we're constantly trying to improve for our current residents and those yet to come? What does summer mean to the Wildcat Sanctuary? Summer means construction season. Welcome everyone. Happy to have everyone joining us today on a live post. We're going to talk a little bit about the construction that we see here in front of us, what to expect from that construction, as well as cap the live post off with visiting with a couple of our residents over here in Wild Woodlands. Hi Diane, thanks for joining us. Tigress swimming, question mark, unfortunately not today. Hey, Reverend John from the north of Scotland, how are you doing, Reverend? Pam Hager, projects, you got that right. Hey, Debbie from Pennsylvania. Hi, Diane, thanks for joining us. Hey, Leanne, hope everybody's doing well. You're tuned into the Wildcat Sanctuary here in Sandstone, Minnesota. We are a forever home for wildcats in need. Last chance rescue for over 100 plus wildcat residents who call the sanctuary their forever home. And obviously, everything that you see here at the Wildcat Sanctuary is done through your private donations. We just wrapped up Miracle Match announcing the winner of the wonderful behind-the-scenes drawing, as well as the results that we were able to raise nearly 4 months of operating costs here at the sanctuary. Hip, hip, hooray. Everyone give yourselves a huge pat on the back. None of this would be possible without you, and I think this live post is just a great example of your donor dollars at work and how we try to make it the best life for our current residents as well as those yet to come. Hey Kathy, thanks for joining us. Toy says, getting projects done. You are right about that. Hello to you as well. Hey Laura Reed, thanks for joining us. Hi, Miss Patty. Diane's asking, can we see Daisy? That is a likely possibility. I have Daisy's habitat right behind me here, and I'm hoping to go and visit with her or a couple other residents of Wild Woodlands. But first, let's go see kind of a work in progress of what this habitat is going to be. So right now we don't have a specific cat who it's for or species. Right now we're just kind of branding these habitats as our specialized habitats. And so these are going to be two separate habitats. Right now I'm looking at the beginnings of a cave structure. These are going to be two separate habitats with a shared wall. And so when I think about that, that opens up the opportunity to use these habitats for potential mergers where we have a shared wall where residents can greet each other, exchange each other's scent, they can hear and see each other. We've also kind of bounced around the idea that these habitats could be used for some of our special needs residents. Many of you know we pride ourselves in our free roaming habitats, but sometimes bigger isn't always better. You know that the Wildcat Sanctuary is home to many of our residents who are either geriatric or have special needs. And so these two habitats are going to be a little bit more, smaller than some other ones. So that would kind of serve as a good space for that special needs cat or senior cat to have, still that outdoor environment, but, limiting the amount of space that they are able to have. And then, of course, you guys see these in our hybrid haven as well as some of our other habitats. All of these, both of these habitats are going to have heated bungalows attached to them. And so that obviously will help whichever type of cat enjoy themselves out of the weather and out of the elements. But as I'm standing here, of course, they're going to have caves that they're going to be able to take advantage of that with. Right on the other side of the truck there is even another cave system in addition to the granite cave that we see here. And that, just to give everybody a little context, this just backs up right over to Wild Woodlands. So this is Daisy's habitat right in front of us. And then Kitu and Lavani, the cheetahs, right across the way, which would be Cougar Cove. In Kitu and Lavani, obviously we have all this big equipment running across the way. Those boys decided to spend the time in their indoor bedroom today, which is totally great. And obviously they've been doing so well during their adjustment period of coming here to the Wildcat Sanctuary. They've been here for about a month now, if you can believe it. And so we just wanted to keep that going and make sure that those boys are happy. And we're glad that they're seeking shelter in their indoor bedroom, and even better that they do have that opportunity to seek shelter in their indoor bedroom. So I've been talking Torben's asking a habitat for new residents. That, Torben, is still TBD, to be determined. We're kind of branding these as our special habitats. We don't know if it'll be a bobcat habitat or maybe for some of our geriatric residents. Maybe we're going to use this habitat for merger since there'll be a shared wall. All of that is still an option. And I mentioned bobcats earlier, and many of you might know that we have some very strong-willed, independent female bobcats. I think of Brianna, I think of Essie, I think of Morgan, who fortunately is doing well. We're just so happy that this is a new potential space for some of those bobcats who choose to live on their own and want a private space to all of their own. This is just, possibly another opportunity for that. So we're kind of at a blank slate, literally and figuratively, as you can see with the construction underway, and we're excited for the opportunity for maybe some of our current residents or those yet to come. And again, it's just another turning point where we can thank you, our supporters, for all that you do here for the Cats of the Wildcat Sanctuary. I spy a Mr. Gino here. Wouldn't be a live post at the Wildcat Sanctuary if we didn't have a little cat time. Karen M says, that's exciting. You're right about that. Thank you. And Facebook's a little funky lately. I'm not able to see if anyone has given a gift, but I assure you, I myself am very thankful, along with the staff, interns, and volunteers. Thank you for your gifts. And there's Mr. Gino. You got that right, Diane. I'm going to look at a few more comments because I was walking over there. I want to make sure everyone's getting acknowledged. Marilyn says, wonderful news. You're right about that, Marilyn. We're excited too. And that right there is just the beginning of a handful of projects that will be starting here in the summer months at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Where we're located in Sandstone, Minnesota, northern Minnesota, winter is a big part of life here, and obviously you're not able to do the habitat improvements and just type of construction that you'd able to do in the summer months for the cats. So we really take advantage of it in this short 3 to 4 month window. Anne Marie is asking, how's the trio and Pandora? The trio is doing splendidly, as well as Auntie Pandora. Maybe if we have enough time on this post, we'll head all the way around and can cap off today by saying hi to her. Rachel Clark is asking, how are the cheetahs? I spoke about Kitu and Lavani earlier. Those boys are doing great. They are spending the day inside since they have all that heavy construction happening across the way. Those boys have been doing just so great since their introduction here to the Wildcat Sanctuary about a month ago. So we just want to keep them on pace and just have them kind of seek shelter in their bedroom, and they're totally happy with that. Caretakers have brought them a few blood sickles to keep them busy, as well as just giving them a little extra attention today. What do you think, pretty boy? Gino is so handsome. He is so majestic. Accurate comment. Very accurate comment, Pam. Gino is very majestic. And I hear some of the equipment starting up behind me, and so we're just going to keep an eye on Gino. It seems like he's more curious than afraid, which is good. Unfortunately, all of our cats on days like this, where it is a little bit loud, there is construction, you guys know the drill. All of our cats have an indoor space where they can seek comfort and shelter in. So if Gino says, hey, you know what, this construction is just a little much for me, I'm going to go head inside my big bedroom and relax in there. You got the option, big guy. But as he lays his head down to resituate for a nap, I'm just going to take a wild guess and say that Gino doesn't give a hoot. Karen is asking, how's the power couple in their new digs? You know, I'm actually going to take this opportunity to do a little plugging of another one of our social media platforms, because as a matter of fact, someone was asking about the Tiger Trio, and now we've asked about Sophie and Kimba. Yesterday, I went live on our Instagram page. Many of you guys follow that already. If you don't, you can follow us at Wildcat Sanctuary. I went live with both the Tiger Trio and Sophie and Kimba, so you guys can go to our Instagram page and fill yourselves in that way, as well as giving us a follow or subscribe. That'd be just Wildcat at Wildcat Sanctuary on Instagram. Kathy was asking, and I mentioned earlier, does the construction make the cheetahs nervous? You know, they were a little uneasy about it, but fortunately they have access to their indoor bedroom and have been spending their day in there. And this construction will only be lasting throughout construction. Marine's mentioning how Gino does not care about the construction. He does not give a darn. He's having a good hair day today, I know about that. And speaking of today and good, how about that good weather? Blue skies, some beautiful clouds, and things are getting a little more louder. So we're gonna keep on heading down the way. Appreciate everyone's patience today, and I'm going to welcome you if you're just joining us. We are the Wildcat Sanctuary located here in Sandstone, Minnesota. We started off today's post by showcasing some new construction that's underway. We're actually expanding here on the sanctuary grounds and building 2 new habitats. I went into a little more detail about what those habitats are going to be and the potential uses for them, and you can go and just listen to that explanation earlier on in the post. Tonka, we're just going to stop by Tonka quickly, and caretakers had done some feeding, and they were actually feeding out rather large pieces of meat, and so it looks like Tonka is still hunched over his large piece of beef and is snacking away at that. Lucky you, Mr. Tonka. But since someone asked about Pandora, we got to go over and say hi to her. And all of the cats here in Woodlands received that rather large beef meal, and so it looks like Pandora already finished up hers and is on to her afternoon nap. You can see Miss Callie walking in the background there, and Miss Pandora totally napping out on the second level of her platform. I think that's just like us after we finish Thanksgiving, where we just got to take a nap. Pandora just had a big old meal, that special oversized beef treat that all of the cats here in Wild Woodlands received. And you just got to nap it off sometimes, Pandora. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Let's look at some comments while you're napping, Miss Pandora. Hey, thank you for the stars, Claudia. Very much appreciated. Each star equals 1 cent, and you just donated 99 stars. Thank you for that $1. A lot of love for Miss Tonka. Hi, Christy Cat Lady. Thanks for joining us. See some people calling Gino the Bon Jovi of lions. Wow, how accurate. I know that that Tammy would like that observation too, because she is a die-hard John Bon Jovi fan. Karen M says the Instagram live was good today. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Karen. You're the best. Always so active on our social media platforms, and even helping us with a little volunteer work as well. Amita was mentioning Gino was slow blinking at Judson. Hey, that's nice of him. I appreciate Mr. Gino, and obviously that's the last thing we would want to do to any of our cats is make them feel uncomfortable or uneasy, and so that's nice that you're observant just as I'm observant as to how my presence is affecting our cats. But you can hear that equipment firing up in the background. I still see Gino lights out on his perch, just like Pandora. Tonka doesn't seem to mind. He's enjoying his beef meal. And I think we're going to call that a live post for this afternoon. Again, I'm going to recommend everybody check out the full post, give everybody the rundown on the construction that's happening here at the sanctuary, the 2 new habitats that are being built, and what we intend on doing with them. So be sure to check that out. And I've mentioned our Instagram platform, which we've been going live on lately. Be sure to catch lives there of more of the TWS cats, as well as our YouTube channel. Not only have we been adding some more produced video to our YouTube channel, but we've also been going live there as well. So that's 1, 2, 3 opportunities for you to engage with the cats that you do so much for. So for now, I hope everyone has a great rest of your afternoon and a good rest of your Thursday. We're moving into the weekend. It's upon us, and I hope to see everyone on a live post soon. Bye-bye.